Hi, it's English Professionally, and we continue talking about phrasal verbs, and as you see, we're going to talk about 30 phrasal verbs, not just in general English, but in business English. So really, I've chosen 30 very important phrasal verbs which are very commonly used in business English, right? So I think that you'll support this idea and put a like. Okay, so the first phrasal verb is very simple. Let's study them in context. For example, the price of oil. The price of oil went up. Went up means increased. For example, oil cost 30, and then it got 35. Yes, 35. Yeah, it was 30 and then it was 35. So we can say that the price of oil went up, so increased. If you want to talk about the opposite situation, for example, it was 35 and then it became 30, you can say, for example, the price of oil went down. So go up and go down, very important phrasal verbs. Yeah, very simple. I think that you know them, but they are often used in different business context. Okay, so go up and go down. Okay, so for example, if you sell something and you want to get more money, you can say that I'd like to put up the price. I'd like to put up the price. It means that you'd like to increase it. So the next very important phrasal verb is put up. The next very important phrasal verb is put up. For example, you sell something for $40, and then you think, oh, it's too little, I need, or I can make more money, and I'd like to make my price higher, to make this price higher, and for example 45 can be okay. So 45 can be okay, is better, and you can say that I'd like to put up the price, and when you did it, so you can say I put up the price, so you increase it. Okay, put up, three very important phrasal verbs. Alright, and let's talk about one more phrasal verb. It has the opposite meaning. For example, the company is planning to bring down the costs. Yeah, the company, so we can say is going to, I think that's a nice phrase, is going to do, I'm going to, for example, visit him tomorrow. We talk about our plans when we use this structure, but there is another structure which I really like, and this structure is, I'm planning to. So you can say I'm going to do something, or I'm planning to do something. So the company is planning to bring down, again you can say bring down the price, or bring down the costs. It's how much money you spend. So in other words, so, or if I put it another way, it means, what does it mean? Reduce. When you want to minimize, for example, if you say, so the company is planning to bring down its costs, or the costs, she wants to make them less. Okay, so let's revise everything. Go up. Yeah, go up. The price of oil went up, increased. So, for example, first it was 30 and then it became 35. Next, go down. Yeah, the price of oil went down. Yeah, it means, oh, sorry, decreased. Yeah, it's decreased, but I think that you noticed it. And I think that it's necessary to revise these lessons for two reasons. The first reason is that we revise everything because we want to remember it better is the first reason, and the second reason is that we want to make sure, or in other words, we want to see that everything is correct. So if there are some misprints, yeah, we'll just correct it. So I think it's important, and you like this idea and you'll support it. Okay, so the price of oil went down, decreased and increased, two opposite verbs. Oh, okay, next, put up. I'd like to put up the price, or I'd like to increase. It means increase. So from 40 to 45, for example. Yeah, and one more very important phrasal verb, it's bring down. The company is planning to bring down the price. The company is planning to bring down the price, or the company is planning to bring down the costs. It means to reduce it. Okay, so next. So the next example, for example, my partners called off. My partners called off the meeting. It means my partners cancelled the meeting. So we had an arrangement, but then something happened and they changed their point of view. So my partners called off the meeting or cancelled the meeting. Next. Well, I'd like to put off. I'd like to put off our meeting. I'd like to put off our meeting, or I'd like to postpone it. Postpone it. If I say so, it means that I'd like to meet later. It means I'd like to meet later. I'd like to meet later. I'd like to change the date of our meeting. The date of our meeting. Yeah, I'd like to change the date. I'd like to change the date of our meeting. I'd like to change the date of our meeting. Okay, so the next phrasal verb. For example, can you talk to me now? 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 And for example, your partner can say, I'm very busy at the moment, I'll call you back later. I'm very busy. I'm very busy at the moment. I'm very busy at the moment. I'll call you back. I'll call you back later. I'll call you back later. I'm very busy at the moment. I'll call you back later. Yeah, it means that he'll call you again. He'll call you again. Okay. Let's talk about one more phrasal verb. I think it's rather difficult. So the company will lay off 10 workers next month. So lay off means fire. So when the company fires, or when the company, we can say the company will lay off workers or will fire workers. It means that these workers will stop working there. They will have to leave the company. Yeah, they will stop working there. They'll have to leave the company. Okay, next. So called off. My partners called off the meeting, or they cancelled the meeting. I'd like to put off our meeting, or I'd like to postpone it. I'd like to meet later. I'd like to change the date of our meeting. Can you talk to me now? I'm very busy at the moment. I'll call you back later. Call back. Next, the company will lay off 10 workers next month, or they will fire. They'll stop working there. They'll have to leave the company. Okay, so next. We turned down their offer. We turned down their offer. It didn't sound interesting. It didn't sound interesting. So turn down means refuse, or decline, refuse or decline. So they made an offer, but we said no, it isn't interesting. No, it isn't interesting. So we say we turned down their offer. It didn't sound interesting. Okay, so have you made a decision? Have you made a decision? Have you made a decision? So, or can you tell us your final decision? For example, can you tell us your final decision? Can you tell us your final decision? And you can say, for example, I need to think it over. I need to think it over. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it right now. I need to think it over. I need more time. I need to think it over. It means to think about it very thoroughly. To think again. It means think again. To think about it very thoroughly. It means a lot. Thoroughly. A lot. Okay, next. I hope we'll sort out thoroughly. I hope we'll sort out this problem pretty easily. I hope we'll sort out this problem. I hope we'll sort out this problem pretty easily. Pretty easily means quite easily or very easily. I hope we'll sort out this problem pretty easily. Sort out or solve. So everything will be okay. So we won't have this kind of problem after some time. So solve or sort out. I hope we'll sort out this problem pretty easily. We'll solve it. Yeah, and let's look at one more very important phrasal verb. Sorry, I look forward. I look forward to forward. That's terrible. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Hearing from you soon. I look forward to hearing from you soon. It means I want it very much. I really want, to hear from you. And this structure, remember, look forward to. Then you use verb. For example, here plus ing. It's very important. It's very important. Look forward to doing something. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I want it very much. We often see this phrase or this kind of sentences at the end of the messages, letters, in business correspondence, and so on. So, as you can see, really, this phrasal verb is extremely important. In other words, it's very important. Okay, so we turned down their offer. It didn't sound interesting. So it means refuse or decline. Have you made a decision? Have you made a decision? Can you tell us your final decision? I need more time. I need to think it over. To think again or think thoroughly. Think over. Yeah, very good phrasal verb. Okay, next. I hope we'll sort out this problem pretty easily. Sort out or solve. We'll solve this problem pretty easily. Next. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I want it very much. I really want it to happen. I really want it to happen, right? Okay, so, well done. So, next. So, 13, number 13. The shop closed down. The shop closed down. The shop closed down. The shop closed down. Or, for example, the shop closed down, or they closed down the shop. Yeah, it's very important. I mean, this phrasal verb is very important. So, this business stopped existing. This business stopped existing. So, it's the end of this business. It was the end of this business. Okay, next. When you arrive at the hotel, you check in, and then when you leave the hotel, you check out. So yeah, we often see these phrasal verbs. So I checked in very early. I checked in very early in the morning. It means arrived at the hotel and register, arrived at the hotel, and I checked out, and I checked out the next day. The next day, it means that you left the hotel. You left the hotel the next day. We often use these phrasal verbs while traveling: check in and check out. Okay, so I've never come across these kind of goods. I've never come across this kind of goods or products. Come across, yeah, if we're talking about come across, it means meet. So you can say I've never come across, or I've never met. Okay, so as a result, we have the following: the shop closed down, so this business stopped existing or stopped operating. Stopped existing or stopped operating, or stopped functioning. Yeah, there are so many words for almost of the same meaning. Yeah, I really like it. So you see, I checked in very early in the morning, I arrived at the hotel very early, and I checked out the next day. I left the hotel the next day. Yeah, checked in, and then we have checked out. Come across, or it means meet. I've never come across this kind of goods. I've never come across these kind of products, or I've never met these kind of products. Okay, well, we need to go on, or we need to continue. So you are talking to someone on the phone. So let's imagine this situation: you are talking to someone on the phone, and you can hear the following, hang on a second, or for example, could you, yeah, if he or she wants to be more polite, they can use could you hang on a second, please? Could you hang on a second, please? Could you hang on a second, please? A second, please. It means wait. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on or hold on. Two similar phrasal verbs. Hang on or hold on. These phrasal verbs mean wait. So really, you're talking to someone on the phone, and you can hear the phone, hang on a second or hold on a second. Could you hang on a second, please? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll be back soon. For example, I'll be back soon. It means wait a second, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so the next phrasal verb, find out. Yeah, I've told you something and maybe you understood, but this information here, for example, isn't enough, and I can say that to find out more, you can visit our website, or please visit our website to find out more. It means to know more information. To find out more, please visit our website. To find out more, please visit our website. Or it means that you want to know more information. You want to know more information. You want to know more information. Yeah. Okay. So, and find out. Okay. there is one more amazing phrasal verb I'd like to talk about, or I'd like to mention. You see, it's take over. Take over, yeah. For example, this huge company took over this small one, or that huge company took over this small one. It's small company or small one, but I don't want to repeat this word company again and again, so instead of it I can use one. So that huge company took over this small one. It means that it bought and now it's one company. So this small company became a part of this huge company, because this huge company, as you see, may be stronger, you know, it has more resources, money, and it can buy small companies. So really, the business is growing, the business is getting bigger. Okay, so let's revise it. So you see, hang on or hold on, wait. You're talking to someone on the phone and you can hear the following. Hang on a second. Could you hang on a second, please? Hold on a minute. I'll be back soon. Find out. To find out more, please visit our website. It means you want to know more information. Yeah, and take over means to buy. To buy a small company. That huge company took over this small one. Yeah, I think it's a very simple explanation. Okay, next. But you know, I like to get ahead in my job. I'd like to get ahead. I like to get ahead in my job. Or we'd like to get ahead. We'd like to get ahead. It means to have some progress. I'd like to get ahead in my job. It means to have more progress. To have more progress. To have more progress, to be more successful. To have more progress, to be more successful. I'd like to get ahead in my job, so I want to have more progress. I want to be more successful. Maybe I want, you know, to move up the career ladder. So, or we'd like to get ahead again. So I'd like to achieve more. We would like to have more progress, and we'd like to be more successful. Okay, so next, it seems to me these products doesn't or don't these products don't measure up. Don't measure up. Measure. Yeah, measure. Don't measure up. Don't measure up to the standard. So if you say, yeah, don't measure up or don't measure up to the standard, it means that this standard isn't good enough. This standard isn't good enough. This standard isn't good enough. It's below standard. It's below standard. So this level isn't so high. So it isn't perfect. It isn't so good. It seems to me these products don't measure up to the standard. The standard isn't good enough. It's below standard. Yeah, very important phrasal verbs. And you know, I think there is maybe too much information, or there is lots of information. And for example, during the business meeting, you can say that I'd like to note it down. I'd like to note it down. To note it down. Note it down, or write down. To write down. You want to have it on paper. I'd like to write down. I'd like to write it down. I'd like to write down. I'd like to note it down. So when you want, you can say it when you want to have it on paper. You want to have it on paper. You know, and people often take notes. Yeah, we say take notes, or if they want really they want to have it in their memory. You know, we keep forgetting things. We often forget different things. Yeah, and let's revise it. So I'd like to get ahead in my job. Get ahead in my job. I'd like to have more progress. I'd like to be more successful. And I think that everyone would like to do it and would like to get ahead. That's obvious. It seems to me these projects don't measure up to the standard. This standard isn't good enough. It's below standard. I'd like to note it down. I'd like to note it down. I'd like to write it down. So you want it on paper. Yeah, you want it on paper. Yeah, let's go on. Right? So the next phrasal verb. Yeah. So when you want to discuss something, you can use such a phrasal verb as talk over. So let's discuss it. Let's discuss it, or let's discuss this problem. Let's discuss this problem. Or you can say, for example, let's talk it over. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over. Yeah. Or let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. Let's talk it over. Next. So the next phrasal verb. Deal with. We often use this phrasal verb in business English. For example, I can say I deal with clients, or I deal with customers, I deal with suppliers. So, you know, companies who supply something, I deal with suppliers, or I work with them, Or we can use it in a little bit different context. So I'll deal with this situation. I'll deal with this problem. It means that I'll try to sort it out. I'd like to sort it out. Okay, so I'd like to sort it out. It means I'd like to, you know, solve all the problems, to sort it out, or I'd like to solve it. I'd like to solve this problem. I'd like to solve this problem. Okay, so 29. You remember this phrasal verb. So the company wants to lay off some workers. The company wants to lay off some workers, or, you know, there is the one more phrasal verb which has the opposite meaning, take on. Take on means hire. So yeah, very different phrasal verbs. Lay off, to fire, phrasal verbs, to fire workers, to fire some workers. So the company wants to lay off some workers. In the company it wants to fire them, or take on, hire. Lay off, fire. When people or when employees stop working, and take on, hire new workers. Yeah. And so the next phrasal verb, yeah, number 30, figure out. For example, it means understand. I can't figure out. It's often used in different conversations in spoken English. So I can't figure out how it works. I can't figure out how it works. Figure out means understand. Okay, so let's discuss it. Let's discuss this problem. Let's talk it over. I deal with clients. I deal with suppliers. I deal with customers. I work with them. I'll deal with this problem. I'd like to sort it out. I'd like to solve it. Okay, the company wants to lay off or fire some workers. Yeah, the opposite meaning. The company wants to hire some workers, or the company wants to take on some workers. And figure out. I can't figure out how it works. Okay, let's revise everything. It's very important for our listening skills and for our progress. Okay, go up. The price of oil went up. it means increased. Go down. The price of oil went down, decreased. Put up. I'd like to put up the price, to increase it. The company is planning to bring down the price or bring down the costs, to reduce the costs. My partners called off the meeting. My partners cancelled the meeting. I'd like to put off our meeting. I'd like to postpone it. I'd like to meet later. I'd like to change the date of our meeting. Can you talk to me now? I am very busy at the moment. I'll call you back later. The company will lay off 10 workers. The company will lay off 10 workers next month. It means the company will fire them. We turned down their offer. It didn't sound interesting, so we refused. We declined that offer. Have you made a decision? Can you tell us your final decision? I need more time. I need to think it over. I need to think again, to think thoroughly. I hope we'll sort out this problem pretty easily. We'll solve it pretty easily. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I want it very much. The shop closed down. This business stopped existing, operating or functioning. So 14 and 15. I checked in very early in the morning, arrived at the hotel very early in the morning, and I checked out the next day, left the hotel. Come across means meet. I've never come across this kind of goods. I've never come across this kind of products. Hang on or hold on means wait. You're talking to someone on the phone and you can hear the following. Hang on a second. Could you hang on a second, please? Hold on a minute. I'll be back soon. Find out. To find out more, please visit our website. You want to know more information. That huge company took over this small one. I'd like to get ahead in my job, to have more progress, to be more successful. We'd like to get ahead. It seems to me these products don't measure up to the standard. The standard isn't good enough, or is below standard. I'd like to note it down, or I'd like to write it down. You want to have it on paper. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss this problem. Let's talk it over. I deal with clients, I deal with customers, I deal with suppliers, I work with them, or I'll deal with this problem. I'd like to sort it out, I'd like to solve it. The company wants to lay off some workers, to fire workers, the company wants to take on some workers, the company wants to hire some workers. Figure out. I can't figure out how it works. I can't figure out how it works. Okay, thanks a lot. See you. Bye.